been around a long time. Have you ever been surrounded by this much talent on defensive line? And how much fun is it playing when you have this much depth, both in the interior and the edge?
Oh yeah, I mean I've been blessed to be around a bunch of talented defensive line, a bunch of special groups, and this group right here just adds on to it. You got a bunch of guys that come to work every day, and they're none of the guys are selfish, and that's the great thing about being around a great group of guys like I got now. Also in the past, know every guy is selfless, and they just come to work every day, willing to work. Everybody communicating on what's going on, and I think that's been a really good thing about the defensive line that we have this year here.
Ed and then Kristen.
Hey, Fletch. Javon Hargrave playing against his former team. Have you talked to him? Do you see like a little extra bounce in his step so far this week, or has he said anything about the Steelers going against them?
He's just excited. He's excited to go play against his former team. Obviously everybody, anybody coming from from a team that on a new team going to play their old team, I'm sure that he's got an extra chip on his shoulder. But they're just Jay. He come with an extra chip on his shoulder every day in practice. Always learning, being coachable, and I'm pretty sure he's excited. To get on the plane and go down there and play against his former teammates.
Kristen and then Damo.
Hey, Fletch, just curious how the team is reacting after finally getting that first win on your belt. If you feel like this can be the, kind of slingshot you guys forward, taking on a good Steelers team this week.
Obviously, winning is always good. We got our first win this year, and it's always a good feeling to get a win. Everybody's flying around today in practice, and I feel like today was a really good day of practice. Everybody just doing their job and enjoying the win. But right now we're going against a team that's obviously coming off a bye week. And we just have to focus on us. We have to make it about us. The things that we've been doing here lately, just make it about us, and show up on game day and just have fun, fly around, do your assignments, and do everything as a team.
Damo and then Jeff Skaversky.
Yeah, Fletch, you've faced Ben before, but he seems to be getting the ball out faster this year in the 3 games that they've played. Is it important because of that to get some interior rush that in his face and force him into some mistakes?
For us, the biggest thing is I think they run the ball pretty good actually. From what we're saying, they run the ball pretty good. So for us, I think we just got to go in and stop the run. And aggression of passes be a reward of stopping the run for us. And that's the thing that we always talk about, stopping the run, getting teams in negative plays, which is what our defense is built around, getting second and 10, second and 12, whatever we got to do to get the job done. But I think the biggest thing for us is stopping that run and then be able to, go out and get after Ben in the pass rush. He's getting rid of the ball, but as a defensive lineman, I feel like, we just got to be patient and know that at some point in time that, we'll get there.
Jeff and then John.
Hey, Fletch, hope all's well. What do you think it's going to be like having some fans back at your games, obviously this Sunday in Pittsburgh, and hopefully going forward at the Link, even though it's not full capacity, but just to have at least some?
It'll be different. We played a few games with no fans, and we know that this game it'll be fans, so it will obviously be some real crowd noise, and we're just looking forward to it, man. We get another opportunity to go play another game, and everybody's looking forward to it. Fans or no fans, so we're prepared for whatever.
John and then Dave.
Hey, Fletch, just curious, you mentioned you played with a lot of good defensive linemen. Curious to get your thoughts on some of the younger guys who seem to have taken a step forward. Hassan inside, but also Jannard Avery and Josh Sweat has been really taking that next step.
It's just believing in each other. Every guy taking the coaching, and you just see guys just showing up, man. Because in that room, it's everybody got their role. Every guy, they just take their role and they just roll with it. Whatever it is. So I think that's the biggest thing. Everybody just taking advantage of every opportunity they get to go out on the field and play. And it's showing on tape that guys go out there. They know they got a role. It's opportunity for them to get out and just showcase what they've been working on during the week. And guys like Jannard and Josh and Hassan, everybody just been showing up, man, which is really great.
We have time for 2 more, so we'll go Dave and then Zach.
Hey, Fletch, what's it like during games where you guys are rotating in and out and you start to notice that the offensive line is getting gassed? What are some of the signs and how excited does that get you guys knowing that you're still fresh?
It's a great feeling because we got our groups that we roll in, which is really good for us. And then Matt and Coach Jay, they do it. Nate, all those guys do a really good job of communicating about who's going in when, and when they're going in. Know that, hey, you give us 4 or 5 hard plays, you got another guy coming in, because as I say all the time, a fresh Hassan is way better than a 7-play later Fletcher Cox, or a Hargrave going in for 6, 7 plays, and Malik coming in fresh and ready to roll. So that's a really good thing that we have going, and just being able to trust those guys to go in there, it says a lot about those guys just doing their job and honing in on what they need to do.
Go ahead, Zach.
Hey, Fletcher, if you think back 2 years ago, what was your first reaction when you saw Jordan Mailata on the football field?
I mean, he's a big kid, for a kid that really just, never played football before, coming in and, just, again, having opportunities. This league about opportunities. This guy, Jordan, he's a really good teammate, come out in, last few years and practiced his butt off, and it showed. He went out and took advantage of the opportunity on Sunday, and I think, I watched Jordan a lot, and I think he had a really solid game. Just got to keep stacking, for a guy like that, and never really played in a real NFL game, man. A lot of respect for him. I've watched that guy grow, and, I just, we know as a team that he'll continue to get better.
I know you played a little bit with Cravon in Detroit, and now you guys are playing together again. I was just curious, what does he bring to the secondary from an energy standpoint, and obviously from a talent standpoint?
A lot of swag, man. He got a lot of swag about himself. We from around the same area down south, so I kind of know what he feel when he going out on that field. He bring a lot to the table, man. He aggressive, can tackle, and he great ball skills, quick feet. Maybe he top 3 with the fastest feet. I know I'm one for sure. It's out of him and Vontae got the second fastest, but I'm for sure number 1. But quick feet, man, explosive, and he get after it.
Jeff McLean and then Martin.
Slay, what happened on the injury, and can you walk us through how you battled through it and got back out there in the game?
Well, Buddy had the tall dude. I don't know his name, but he pretty tall and big. He like 6'8", so I saw him coming at me. I was trying to get ready to juke him, because, I don't want to just cut the big dude, but he tried to juke him. And I saw him diving, so I tried to, prevent it to hit me, try to defeat the chop block, and he got a real good hit on my knee. But, good. Thankfully, I kind of got my foot out the ground because it could have been real ugly. And, but that's what I try to do, man. It was a real, it was painful for a minute, but I had to shake back because I had to do what I had to do to come and help get this dub. I wanted the W, so, my adrenaline was rushing, so I felt it on the plane, though.
Martin and then Chris Franklin.
Hey, Slay, I was wondering what you thought of the job Jalen Mills did at cornerback opposite of you, and, do you feel good about the position overall if he has to keep playing there with Devontae being out?
Right, yeah, of course, yeah, I feel comfortable. He been playing that long enough. He, but from coming from inside out now, steady outside in. He during practice the whole week. I was working with him, trying to help him get his technique back right where we need to get up to get him through this week. And he did a great job going out there. He was a physical guy, tackling, making plays. Did his job. He held his own, and we was with him every step of the way. And we're looking forward to him to continue to keep doing what he need to do.
Chris and then Les.
Hey, Slay. John Hightower had that big catch on 4th down that helped you guys with the win. What's it like going up against him during practice?
Pretty good, man. I like to get the young boys going, man. I always challenge them every day. Anytime they need a rep from me, I give it to them. I'm not one of them guys kind of big dog, like, nah, you too young for me. I want to make them great, and I feel like going against me can do that to them. And he's been doing a solid job, man. So I'm gonna continue to keep pushing him and trying to make sure he become the player he need to become.
Les and then Dave.
Hey, Slay. A lot of COVID results and talk around the league right now. The Titans are kind of in limbo again. Stephon Gilmore tested positive. You guys traveled for the first time last weekend. What was that experience like? What's your outlook on this whole business? Do you think it's going to be easy to get through the whole season this way and not have delays and cancellations?
No, it's not going to be easy, man. It's going to take all of us. You know, my true opinion, you know, I felt like we shouldn't even have one, you know, just because of what was going on. You know, that's a difficult time, you know. But like I said, you know, we all make sacrifices, and we made them. So, you know, but other than that, you know, I think our staff and our team and the Eagles are doing a great job of just, you know, securing us, making sure we're doing, and I think everybody's kind of committed, you know, to doing their job to make sure we be able to play Sunday. So, you know, we'll continue to keep knocking on wood. We ain't have a sickness here yet, so you know, we could continue to keep providing, find a way.
And how was that trip different from, you know, what a normal NFL trip would be? What was it like for you?
Well, it was light because it was different because of the fact that I couldn't have the rookies pay for me a dinner. That's what's different, you know, because I like to go travel. I like my rookies to go get me a nice little steak, you know, so something good and a good butter cake, you know, from Del Frisco's. But since that's the case, you know, we can't go out to go eat, so I had to miss out on that.
Steve and then Rob Kessner.
Hey, Slay, you were out there on that Hail Mary at the end of the game. Take me through it a little bit. What did you see, and how close were they to completing that?
Well, I saw that the fact that, you know, they set it up already right before we called a timeout. I said, man, you know, they're going to try to get Kittles over here, one of the biggest guys over here, and get ready to jump ball, and we got to be ready for it, you know. So I already had in my mind that I'm going to show this 42-inch vert I got, and I was ready to jump.
Robin and Tim.
42 inches.
Hey, Slay.
Yeah.
On the subject of something a little lighter, I'm wondering, when you looked at the film as a defensive back, how you felt about Carson blocking that corner from the Niners. We saw the replay that Sunday Night Football showed, and he was getting after it. What'd you think?
I love it, man. He's a competitor, man. You know, he, like I said, he always preaching what he'll do for the team, and he does it each and every day on Sunday and during the week. So, you know, you like a quarterback that go out there and compete every play, and you know, he just trying to do the best for the team, you know, man. So, whatever it takes to get the win. If you got to block, you got to block. You know, we done saw it before. You know, we done saw Russell Wilson run down there, you know, leading the way. We done saw Cam leading the way. We done seen Tom. We done seen people doing it, you know, and you can see the fact that he want to put himself in that caliber quarterback range, and he just doing whatever it takes to win. And he's doing it right now.
Tim and Zach.
Hey, so just going back to Les's question, were you saying that your opinion was that they shouldn't have even had a season because of COVID?
Yeah, we shouldn't have one. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. We'll go to work and get it done. You know, if it's a way for we can play, I'm gonna go play. So just got it done.
What's it like as a player? What's it like as a player right now, Slay? Is it kind of a scary deal to be out there when you see all the different infections that have been going on?
Well, I ain't really too much scared of much. You know, the only thing I'm really scared of is the good Lord. So you know, and He on my side. So I'm really too much scared of anything like that. But you know, if it's there, it's there. You know, but if we could prevent it, we could prevent it. But it's not really. I ain't gonna say scary, but you know, I don't live in fear. So I just live the day as it is.
We have time for two more, so we'll wrap with Zach and Jeff.
Zach and Jeff. Did Travis Fulgham's catch surprise you, or did he make plays in Detroit in practice last year?
Oh, no, it didn't surprise me at all. You know, I already knew he had that ability to make type of plays like that. I was waiting until he come out that little cocoon, you know. He was in his little cocoon for a good minute. He finally came out, man, broke out of his shell, and he making the plays that, you know, Detroit saw him supposed to be making, and now the Phillies seeing it. So it's a good step for him, man. I'm proud of him. I'm going to continue to keep working him. And, you know, I told him already, man, don't get relaxed. Got to step on folks' face. We got to go out there and get it. And, you know, and he understand that right now. And like I said, my job is to compete, make sure he get to that level he need to get to.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, Slay? I know they're not your fans, but to have fans out there, yeah, man, we're not allowed in the building, right? So gotta sit in the car. What is it like going to be like to have fans? I know they're not your fans, but to have fans at least this Sunday, and then hopefully, you know, next Sunday at home against Baltimore. How different is that going to be for you?
It gonna be good, man. I might get a little more excited when I hear a boo call, like a boo for the first time when I run out the tunnel. I might be excited. You know, they might be booed. I might just like, yes. You know, it's a great, man. It's great to you know, to play in front of some fans. You know, I had a lot more fun with fans around too, but it's gonna be nice. And I heard we having fans. I don't know how true it is, but I heard about it, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, my family looking forward to it because you know they want to see me in the Eagles green for sure. First year, so you know, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be an exciting part of it.
You like getting booed?
This might be the first time I like getting booed, you know. I'm like, yeah, you know, and then I might, you know, big play might happen, you know, make a play. Silence the crowd. It would feel good. Oh, yeah, because I see it on Twitter, Instagram already, and Twitter and stuff. I think y'all trying to word it wrong. I was just basically saying, like, when it first came out. So I'm like, nah, man, we shouldn't have no season when it first came out. But that's why I said, clearly, like, the Eagles been doing a great job of protecting us. So that's why I said it was clear to play. So it kind of I got to my phone quick. It was like, what? They always try to say, Slay said, hey, you want trying to play the season, da, 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 da. So I'm like, nah. I'm basically just saying when I first heard it, when it first came out, got a finger? Rave it up.
Go ahead. Anyone wanted to follow up with him?
Yeah.
So wait, so you're saying I'll answer. So Slay, when they first decided you thought that they shouldn't have come back, but then when did you decide that you were okay with it?
Well, when I heard what the rules were, how they was going to protect us from, you know, with the COVID, with the mask and all the stuff they came up with. They came up with a great game plan to have us be in the building. So before then, I was thinking to myself like, how they going to do this? Like, you know, how they going to find a way from us to not have this going on? How they know who will have it? And, you know, that's when they kind of invented the trackers we got and all kind of stuff. And so I'm like, okay, you know, now I feel comfortable, you know, doing it because of the fact that I'm getting tested every day. I'm doing this and then that and the third. So, you know, because I had kids. So I had to make sure my kids and my wife and all us make sure we're okay.
So you are comfortable with it now, irrespective of what the Eagles were doing. I don't think anybody thought you were insulting the Eagles' preparations or anything. But in terms of what's happening around the league right now, you're okay playing.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay playing. You know, like I said, shoot, the Eagles probably have it the most safest it's been, you know. So I feel most safe here than anything besides my house, my home.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan Mailata is the latest example of a guy to come in and, you know, hold his own. What is it about Jeff Stoutland, you know, that makes him so good at getting guys prepared?
Well, you know, yeah, Jordan, obviously a tremendous game for him and really happy for him to go out there in his first start and play the way he did. Really did a great job. It was fun to watch, you know, a guy who, you know, has really been working for the last, you know, two years to really, you know, come on here playing a brand new sport that he's never played before. And, you know, to finally get the opportunity to go out there and play in a meaningful game and play the whole game and show what, you know, the culmination of that learning process has been. To go out and play the way he did, I was really happy for him. In terms of Jeff, I think Coach Stout, you know, from the fact that he was in college for such a long time of his career, where you're forced to develop talent. You know, there's no free agent pool in college. You're bringing in new guys every year. And those are the guys that are going to be your eventual juniors and seniors and guys that you're relying on. So you have to develop them. So Stout, every single day, you come in this building, you better be ready to work, ready to answer questions, ready to be accountable to learning the new techniques, the new, terminologies, anything every single day. Doesn't matter whether you're the starter, which I think a lot of NFL coaches kind of get lulled into is just coaching starters because, you know, those are the guys that you're expecting to play. But, you know, I think that's where, you know, Stout is always coaching everybody. He's always trying to teach. He's always trying to make sure guys are accountable to the team and to be ready if they're given the opportunity or if the situation arises where they need to be out there, that they're ready to go. So it leads to a lot of engaged meetings for sure and a lot of nuanced detail, which sometimes can feel like overboard, but it's, you know, for these occasions right now where we're playing with, yesterday we were playing with four guys who weren't a part of the starting lineup to start the season, and you know, guys are going out there and getting the job done, or at least going out there and doing what they're told to do, which is a huge credit to Jeff Stoutland and the coaching staff for making sure that they're ready to go.
Jeff and then Bo.
Jason, you spend about as much time around Carson as anyone aside from the other quarterbacks. I'm wondering how he's approached the first, 3 games of the season when perhaps he wasn't really playing his best football. Was there anything that he did differently? Is there anything you saw out of him that maybe in retrospect impressed you? Because,
clearly he was not playing his best football.
No, I think Carson is an incredibly consistent person in general. He's a very accountable guy. He comes in here to work every single week, and he's been like that since his rookie year. I think that guys are going to go through times. I mean, I've certainly been through my times as an Eagle where I haven't played great football, and I think that that's part of being a professional athlete. There's going to be an ebb and flow. There's going to be times where maybe you're not playing up to the standard that you hold yourself accountable to, and all you can do is come to work and try and get better and improve. And I think that, that's what I saw. I saw a guy who was eager to learn, improve, get better, be accountable to his teammates, to himself. Everything you want to see when a guy's maybe making some mistakes, you want to see a guy own up to him and be accountable. And you saw that. And I think that, that's kind of who he's always been. So I wouldn't say that I noticed anything different. All I can try and do is, be supportive and, try and do my job better and try and, make sure that we're overstating communication, doing anything I can to make his job easier, to get him going. And, I think he's responded exactly how, he's always responded.
Oh, and John Clark.
Hey, Jason, you had said last summer that, Nate Herbig had some sort of special tools for a young guy. What did you see, and what has he proven to you over these first 4 games as actually playing?
Yeah, Nate, Herbie's a very cerebral guy, obviously from Stanford. He's smart, even though when you talk to him, he might come off a little aloof. There's a lot going on upstairs. He's smart. He understands the game. He understands angles. Don't watch his 40 from the combine. It's not the most impressive, but he can block people when it comes to playing football. I think that the biggest thing is he's got a good frame. He's got good size. And he makes up for maybe a little bit of, lack of 40 time with taking proper angles, taking the proper footwork, doing all the other things correct. And he's a better athlete than I think people realize too. But he's a great teammate. He's very accountable. He knows what's going on. You know that you don't have to worry about gross errors when he's in the game. He's going to be accountable to his job, and he's consistent. And that's what really offensive line is about consistency. Everybody gets oohed and awed with highlight blocks or blocks downfield or incredible feats of strength or athleticism, but really this position comes down to consistency. You can have 90 good snaps and 8 bad snaps, and those 8 bad snaps could lose you the game. And the reality is, this sport, this position in general, if you do your job every single play, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be, a highlight reel, whatever. If you're doing your job, you're being a part of why our team's winning football games. And that's what Herbie does, and that's who Herbie's been since he's been here. So I've been really happy with him, with how he's played thus far this year, and he's been a bright spot since he's been here.
John and then Rube.
Jason, congrats. I think another little one on the way, right?
Yep.
Congrats.
Thank
Over
you.
the last 4 games, you talked about it having a different line combination for each of the 4 games. And how important will it be in this game when you have a Steelers front and you know how they like to blitz and also run some games up there?
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge test this week for us. Not only are they incredibly good players individually, but they do some things schematically. They're going to blitz you. They're one of the highest percentage, if not the highest percentage of blitzes in the NFL. They're going to come at you. They have great players from, obviously Hayward is the engine that makes that whole defense go. Tuitt has been phenomenal. And then you have the 2 edges with Watt, Dupree. They have great linebackers. I mean, this is about as good of a unit as we're going to see up front. And, obviously, it doesn't really change that much for us. Obviously, all week we're just going to, focus on the game plan, focus on our individual responsibilities, what we need to do to be successful on game day. And, we're just going to go about trying to get that done. And but it's definitely a good challenge, and this will be a good one to go through with as a young group and a bunch of guys itching to prove themselves on this level.
We only have time for one more, so we'll end with Rube.
Hey, Jace, I'm going to go way back here. This is kind of off the wall, but summer of 2014, do you have any memory of Alejandro Villanueva being here?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he wasn't an offensive lineman then, but did anything stick out to you? And does his story kind of surprise you, what he was able to do?
First of all, yes, I remember Alejandro Villanueva. We actually went fly fishing, not this offseason, but last offseason. He's a guy that I still keep in touch with greatly. There's not too many guys through a training camp that you forge a relationship with that, there's just something about the guy that, or the person that, sticks with you. Alejandro Villanueva's story is incredible. Not only, going to Army and serving overseas and then coming back and trying to play a completely different position. For us, he was trying to be a defensive lineman, and then he goes up to Pittsburgh and he becomes an offensive lineman. But am I surprised that he ended up making it? Not at all. I mean, that guy had his work ethic was unbelievable. He was incredibly smart. He had all the tools, and everybody could see it. I think that, he's a tremendous human being. He's a guy that you can sit down and talk ball with for 2 hours, or you can sit down and talk about life for 2 hours. And he's going to keep you thinking and talking and expanding your mind every second of it. He's the type of guy I'll have a beer with any day of the week, and it'll probably be the best one I've had in a while. So I'm looking forward to seeing the big guy. He's just such a good person. And then on top of that, he's a great player. And, hopefully he has a bad one this week, but I wish him nothing but the best.
How much of a step forward was Sunday night's game for the wide receiving core? You've kind of brought in a lot of guys and had a lot of moving parts, and, some things worked finally. For the group, how big was that, and is there a difference in the mood or the atmosphere this week from that?
Number one, the win is the only thing that matters. And from the group, we was able to help the whole team. Travis had a huge touchdown that, and we was able to go up and in the fourth. And just our group, man, we're approaching this week like it's any other week. We were going out there, we're practicing extremely hard, and we know what hard works do, and hard work pays off. So we're just not losing sight of what we did last week as far as the preparation. And we're just mashing on the gas right now.
Tell me something about Travis that I don't know. How do you think of him when you think of him?
He's a great guy. He's a great guy. He smiles all day, jokes around all the time. He works extremely hard. Very physical guy. Plays to the whistle, and that's what you can ask for in a receiver.
Thank you.
Ed Kratz and then Martin.
Hey, Greg, with the receiving group kind of being a little nondescript, but you having, come on last season and this season, do you notice any more attention being shown to you by defenses, the way they play you or defend you?
I'm not really even focused on that, honestly. I'm focused on execution. And regardless of what the defense do, my whole mindset is to execute. Regardless if there's one or two guys spying on me, it really doesn't matter, honestly.
We'll go Martin and then Damo.
Hey, Greg, Alshon's been practicing the last couple of weeks. Deshaun's back at practice, JJ. At some point, it's going to be pretty full there at wide receiver. How does that make you guys feel as a unit, and just, the job everybody else has done kind of holding down the fort until those guys get back?
It makes us feel extremely good, to be able to see those guys out there practicing and going through reps and individual. It's definitely good to see those guys. Those are leaders in our room, and to see them out there is just truly a blessing, man. And we've all embraced the role that we have right now, and we're just taking advantage of our opportunity right now.
Damo and then John McMullen.
Yeah, Greg, you've talked before about the chemistry you and Carson have developed and the trust. third down this year. I think you've got 8 catches already, 7 for first downs. Uh, how important is that trust on third down between the two of you?
It's very important. Those type of plays are game changers. You know, it extends drives. It keeps your offense on the field. It keeps your defense from being tired. And I think that's what we need to continue to do, whether that's me or that's Ertz or Travis or Hightower or whoever's out there. I think we all contribute in that area, and I think we just need to just continue to go in the right direction.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, Greg. Piggybacking off that chemistry, I think you have a unique experience there because you went through it from a practice squad guy with Carson. And going back to your history at Houston as a quarterback yourself, did you offer any advice to guys like Travis or Deontay or even John Hightower who didn't get a ton of reps with Carson early on?
Definitely. You always have to get on the same page with him. And I encourage him to go talk to him so we all can be on the same page. If Carson talked to me about a certain route, I make sure that I talk to the whole group about it so we all can be on one accord. And that's what matters whenever it comes on Sundays. We all need to be on the same page. And Carson does a great job of talking to Hightower and JJ and Fulgham whenever it's needed about certain routes or certain plays. So I think we're all communicating pretty well.
Steve and then Daniel.
Hey, Greg, what did you think of Carson Wentz's touchdown run the other night?
It was great. Made the guy touch the ground. I was joking with him about it after the game, but nah, it was definitely great.
All right, we'll go Daniel and then Slay.
Hey, Greg. Hightower had the big 4th down catch on Sunday night. What have you seen out of his development, and what's it been like getting to know him? He seems like kind of a quieter guy, at least to us. What's he like in the wide receiver room and on the field?
He's just soaking up everything. He is quiet, but outside of the receiver room, he's definitely a jokester. He likes to laugh, he likes to make jokes. Definitely a hard worker. Big play guy. All of these guys in the room are big play guys, and I feel like that's very vital in our room.
All right, Greg, we got one more question for you.
Okay.
Greg Ward, this is Slay. And my question is, why are you so ugly? But you my dog, though. Love you.
Darius.
Hey, it's not Darius. Stop playing me, Slay.
Nah, your name is Darius.
Questions for Greg? No? All right. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.